Hi everyone, Betsy here with Usborne Books and More to share with you some books for our youngest readers. So I wanted to start right in with the That's Not My series, about 30 titles to pick from in this series, from Prince and Princess and Pirate to trucks and airplanes to tons of animal titles as well. Here I have That's Not My Dinosaur, That's Not My Monkey. Great touchy-feely books for your youngest reader. You'll be amazed at how young they start to reach for these spots. Each page has a touchy-feely that matches kind of what's going on. That's Not My Dinosaur. Its body is too squashy, or its tail is too fuzzy, and it keeps going until finally at the end the little mouse does find his dinosaur, and again with the touchy-feely spots. So great series, tons to pick from. Also for our babies, we have the touchy-feely playbooks. Each page, bright colors, finger trails, cutouts, and lots to touch and feel. This one happens to be a slide and see, where you can slide and move part of the page. Great as your youngest reader is starting to develop some of those fine motor skills. My daughter is 10 months old and she's going nuts over this one lately because it has the flaps that she can open and close along with those touchy-feely spots, and she just loves finding things to open and close in this book. So this is a favorite for us right now. We also have some great vocabulary words. This is a very first series. Animals, there's also colors, just a basic very first words. It gets a little bit more complex as we move up to the first word book. This happens to be on the farm. There's also first word book about food, first word book about me, so some great vocabulary. What I love about both of these books is they start to point out important not just the animals themselves, but some more academic type words, such as the goat has horns, or the horse has a hoof here. So just pointing out not just the animals or not just the things on the farm, but the important, in this case, body parts of the animals. But also, for example, the female sheep is a ewe, and the baby sheep is a lamb, and the male sheep is a ram. So just that great academic vocabulary that needs to be developed from an early age. We also have some great language books. So if you happen to be a bilingual house perhaps, or just want your child to learn words in a foreign language, you could check out some great vocabulary books, Spanish, French, German, so lots and more. So lots to pick from there. As we move on, we've got some more story type books for our younger readers. This is a new series. This is I Want to Be an Astronaut. We also have I Want to Be a Lion Tamer in this series. The Lion Tamer book features lots of jobs that have to do with animals, whereas this is more adventure type jobs, I guess you would call them. So I want to be an astronaut, or on this page, she wants to be an archaeologist. On the next page, he talks about being a fighter pilot, and they just keep going back and forth through all sorts of different jobs, deep sea diver, astronaut, and by the end, they decide that they don't have to decide just yet. They'll just keep dreaming about all the different things they could be. So great book to start looking and thinking about all the different things that you could be. Muddle and Match is a really fun, just silly, interactive book. As you open it up, you see Marvin the Mighty Monkey. He moves towards the mark on the map to meet the mysterious magical meerkat, and then things get silly because you can just flip and flop the pages, and all of a sudden you have a different silly story. Marvin the Mighty Monkey pretends to be a powerful pirate, believing she'll be the best ballerina at the bug ball. So it just mixes up and gets silly and crazy as you keep reading, and it can be different every time. My daughter calls this the funny book. There are 4 books in the Muddle and Match series that you can check out. We love this, the Big Book of Colors. I got this when my daughter was having a hard time learning her colors, because on each page it just shows so many different things that happen to be blue or green or yellow. And it talks about different shades. So for example, there's tangerine, and there's pumpkin, and there's apricot, however you want to say it, and marigold. And it just has fun facts about the different colors. For example, orange is often used on things that need to be seen, such as life jackets, lifeboats, and road workers' vests. So just great information, beautiful colors and illustrations. So you learn something new about colors every time you read this one. We also have some great flap books for our youngest readers, Lift the Flap Shapes, Lift the Flap Colors. And these are just great books to practice those important skills and vocabulary. On each page, there's just a different little activity to play to practice finding the shapes and naming the shapes. So it says lift the flaps to find these things at the circus. Name the shape as you lift it. So you need to find a dancing mouse. And I think she is, right here under the circle. And find what animal has a trunk and what shape is she behind. So you're looking for the elephant is up here hiding behind the triangle. So just great ways to practice some of these important things that our youngest readers need to learn. And last but not least, I have the 1001 Things to Spot series. This happens to be in the sea. And just great, beautiful illustrations and great practice counting and matching and finding different things. This is a great book. It can grow with your child. At first, my daughter would just practice, here's a picture of a fish, here's the matching. And now we've moved up to where she actually can count 6 of them. And, as she gets even older, we can work on maybe adding, there's 3 whales' tails and there's 8 albatrosses. How many is that in all? Or there's 10 king penguins, and what if 3 of them left? How many would there be? So just great ways to use these books. And I hope you saw something there that you might like.